Good morning, welcome to another day in the life vlog. Oh my god, the testosterone is getting to my face at the moment, but we're just going to ignore that. I am a transgender man, you can tell from the hormones, and essentially I'm just trying to get as big as humanly possible, or right now as lean as humanly possible. So welcome to a day in the life of me on a cut on a Sunday in the middle of February. So straight into breakfast, because I'm going straight to the gym after this. I'm going to do another vlog where I go to Muscle Works, which is a local bodybuilding gym. I don't usually go there, I usually go to Pure Gym, but it's the weekend and I like to treat myself. So pre-workout meal is 5 rice cakes with peanut butter. I don't know how well I can show this without them sliding off the plate. And a scoop of My Protein Clear Whey Vimto flavor, which is essentially juice. And that's pretty much it. I've got my carbs, I've got my protein, and then for supplements, I've got multivitamin, cod liver oil, and then I will be taking some pre-workout. And at the moment, my pre-workout is Abe, all black everything, cherry cola flavor. I'll be honest, it doesn't taste that nice, but it gets the job done. Now, I'm fully aware that rice cakes is a very gym laddie kind of meal. However, I'm used to training fasted because I usually train on a weekday at 6:30 a.m. before work. But on the weekends, I need to make sure I get some carbs in just because my workouts are going to be longer. I'm also waking up a lot later, so I'm going to have nothing in me. So I need fuel. So anything that's carby, sometimes I have jam on toast. Sometimes I do have egg on toast. Sometimes I just have PB2, by the way, it's powdered peanut butter because calories, and rice cakes. Okay, pre-workout meal is done. That was around 322 calories and 31 grams of protein. I'm now gonna down my pre-workout, which I forgot to mention also has pink Himalayan salt in it, which I use for energy and also for the pump. So that's pretty straightforward. I'm now gonna go straight to the gym and do a chest and triceps and shoulders workout, which essentially is just push. And I'm gonna talk you guys through it. Ciao. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. It's so sunny today, which is very rare in London in the middle of February. However, I am very excited to show my new chest workout today. I say new, like, I feel like I've been in a bit of a funk recently. And when I find I'm in a bit of a funk with the gym, or I'm just not pushing myself hard enough, I find that things need changing. So that's kind of what I've done. And it's very different to what I usually do. There's a bit of pre-exhaustion in there. However, I find it's helping me get a better mind-muscle connection and means that I'm focusing less on just like pushing the weight. Okay, let's get into it. So I actually warmed up on a treadmill for 10 minutes before this. I just walked on an incline for 10 minutes, but I didn't want to bore you with that. So starting on the first exercise, these are chest flies, cable chest flies. Now, I'm doing these kneeling on the floor, which is a new addition to my routine. Now, this is not because I necessarily think this is more optimal than just standing up. I've just found recently that I prefer to do it this way because I can really stretch back on the eccentric and then just focus on squeezing my titties together without having to worry about external factors like balancing, switching my legs each time. I just quite enjoy it. So I did 4 sets of these in the rep range of around 8 to 15, which I know is quite a wide rep range, but what's important for me is making sure I'm really stretching and opening my chest on the eccentric, squeezing together, and essentially driving myself as close to failure as possible. And when I can't complete a full range of motion, often in my later sets, I will do long length partials, which are essentially half reps in the stretch part of the movement. Moving on to incline barbell bench press. So I'm usually a flat bench advocate. However, this is my push day B, which I probably should have mentioned earlier. So this is chest day B, where I'm focusing more on hypertrophy as opposed to bench PRs and strength, which I usually focus on in my push day or chest day A, which is why I started with the flies. I just genuinely quite enjoyed the mind muscle connection I had by, I guess you could call it pre-exhaustion of the muscles, although I don't necessarily swear by pre-exhaustion like some guys do.
Here I was supposed to do 4 sets of 6 to 8 reps. However, in that first set I ended up doing 9, although you could argue that that 9th rep is questionable. However, I am just pushing myself close to failure, so can't really complain. In light of showing you everything I'm putting in my body today, I had to buy this weird green tea concoction at the gym because I left my water bottle at home. So, as it's a push workout, it's time to hit some shoulders, and I feel like you can't really be hitting your shoulders without doing some kind of lateral raise variation, because in order to get that 3D look in your delts, you need to be hitting the side delt, i.e. the lateral delt. So, I'm doing 4 sets of dumbbell lateral raises in a rep range of around 12 to 20, depending on how heavy I'm going. Not gonna lie, the way these were going up, it might be time to give the 16 kilo dumbbells a spin next week. Moving on to tricep overhead extension. Yes, I like using a bar for this, I just prefer it. The rope, honestly, like, why is it hurting my pinkies like that? Why are my pinkies giving out before the muscle group that I'm targeting? Also, if you want to pump in the gym, I highly recommend wedging a pole between your ass cheeks, because, hey, who needs pre-workout? Just kidding, it was Valentine's Day 2 days before. Rest and recovery is important, boys. So, what I actually do is I kind of wedge myself off to the side slightly, so the pole is actually in a cheek. It's not in the crack, I promise. So I did 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps of these. I'm really enjoying this exercise. I've only implemented it in the past few weeks. Before that, I was mainly using the easy bar or dumbbells, skull crushers, and I just found that with that, as much as I really enjoy those exercises, you just can't push yourself to failure like you can with a cable. Like, I'm not worried about flattening myself under a heavy easy bar. I'm just absolutely going at it until my arms cannot complete the movement anymore. Okay, that was actually quite a poor example of failure, to be honest, but this was the first set. I promise I go harder in the next 2 sets. Swiftly moving on to another lateral raise variation. I know I don't need to be doing 2 lateral raise variations in one workout. However, I really enjoy just adding in 2 sets of the cables on each arm. I do 12 to 15 reps here. I really enjoy the stretch in the bottom half of the movement. And then another tricep exercise. 3 sets of the classic tricep pushdown for 8 to 12 reps. I'm actually full stacking it here today, which I'm very gassed about. Also, I'm using like an easy bar extension. Honestly, I don't really care what extension I use as long as it's a bar, just because I tend to prefer it. I like being able to just go heavier and not worry about my pinkies being crushed under a rope. And now the final exercise of this workout, I did an incline machine press. Oh my god, this machine was so nice. I wouldn't necessarily usually do another chest exercise. However, I was paying for a day pass to a fancy gym today, and honestly, this is the nicest chest machine I've ever used in my life. It was very nice. So I did 3 sets of these in a rep range of 8 to 10, I want to say. As you can see, my form kind of started to break down in the final rep as my butt came up, but I was just pushing close to failure, so we'll forgive it. Anyway, it's time to go home because I have been in this gym for a while. But not before quickly checking out the titty pump in the gym mirror before going home and getting my girlfriend to record said pump and just watch me half naked posing. It must be love. It must be love. I mean, she told me to do that. I would like you to know, she told me to do that. I thoroughly enjoyed that session. It was very effective and the chest pump was great. I am now off to my mum's for a very late lunch. It's going to be 3:30 by the time I eat. And usually I think I would only have like 1 artificial protein source in a day, but I'm now going to have a impact bar after having a shake this morning. Caramel nut flavor from my protein, which my girlfriend has kindly stolen for me from her office. My cat is having a fit. But yeah, essentially I'm starving. So I need some protein and I need some calories. So I'm gonna eat this and then we'll go off to my mum's, and I've told my mum to order extra chicken or add extra chicken to whatever she's making. So hopefully there'll be good protein in there. I got a free Cafe Nero coffee, which is essentially an Americano with skimmed milk, which is like the caloric equivalent of about 20 calories, because my work has this like thing where essentially you get free stuff for like moving, and I move a lot, so I got my free weekly coffee. Introducing my mum's dog, Dante, the biggest literal crackhead I've ever met. Yeah. Hi, I'm filming YouTube. That is my shoe. Wait, give me that. Give me that.
People, like giving people like the chance to voice their opinions, and then
I don't have any social media anyway, so I'm just silly.
Okay, the family thing.
that's my bag. slowing down.
I really enjoy that.
No, the cars have stopped. So.
That's me too.
It is now 7 p.m. We just got back from my mum's and cleaned the house, essentially, because that's what we do on our Sunday nights as adults. And now I'm just gonna relax for a bit, have my final meal of the day, which will probably be a yogurt bowl. For the calories from my mum's, I had to do a lot of estimation. I scanned in what I could, and the rest you just kind of got to do some guesstimates, and it looks to be around 1,000 calories because I was being pretty generous with the servings, and around 70 grams of protein. I probably might have overestimated that slightly, but that's in line with what I want because I am on a cut, so better to overestimate than underestimate. If I was on a bulk, I'd do the opposite thing. Right now, I am sat at around 78 kilograms. I started this bulk about 35 days ago now, at around 81 kilograms. So slow and steady, doing pretty good. I haven't lost any strength. I made 2 bench PRs this month, which is so good. I benched 100 kilograms for 3, and I also benched 105 for 1. 105 kilograms, obviously, for 1, which I'm pretty happy with. It means like later on this year when I like commit to a bulk, which I hope I finally get to the point where I can commit to a bulk. I grew up overweight, so my whole fitness journey's been like gaining muscle, losing fat, and never really like committing to that bulk. But I'm hoping once I commit to a bulk later in the year that I will eventually be able to hit 120 kilograms, which sounds optimistic, but you got to realize I've only been on testosterone for 20 months. We're coming up to 20 months, I think. So I'm still in the growth phase, or at least I keep telling myself that. And you know, placebo is a powerful thing. If I keep telling myself that I'm just gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger over the next year or two still, I reckon I'll achieve something pretty cool. So the aim is eventually that 120 kilogram bench press, which is like my lifetime goal. 100 was my lifetime goal, but then I did it. So now I need a new lifetime goal. So the car is going pretty well. My aim is to get to 72 kilograms whilst maintaining as much muscle and as much strength as possible. And that will mean that I'll be at my absolute peak that I've ever been at. In fact, I don't think I remember the last time I was 72 kilograms. I was probably 72 kilograms when I was like 13 years old because I was pretty overweight in my teen years. So it'll be pretty cool. Look, I know it's superficial, but I would love to just have abs. It'd be pretty cool. So that's my aim. I'm now gonna have my final meal of the day. So I just bought a new phone and I'm having so much fun with cinematic mode. I didn't know you could do it on front camera, but this is so cool. I like it. Because I'm about to cook an absolute masterpiece, I thought I'd dress the part. Francesca got me this as a housewarming gift when we first moved in. Oh, it's reversed. It says, "May I suggest the sausage," which, what a great housewarming gift. Guys, I have stage lighting in my kitchen. I'm never taking this apron off.
This is not YouTube attire.
Oh look, she's grabbing my arm. She's so cute. So we decided to adopt a very elderly cat last year, and I mean is decrepit the right word? So I said this in my last video, but yogurt bowls are an absolute staple in my everyday diet. I use this like Broccoli Greek 0% fat one from Aldi, and I absolutely love it. I get through a tub a day at least. Decent amount of sweetener. I always say no artificial sweeteners are not going to kill you. Whoever's fed you that lie doesn't like you. Bunch of chocolate chips, bunch of marshmallows, and finally some high protein cereal. Okay, so I added a bit of cinnamon for taste, and the total for this is around 370 calories and 37 grams of protein. I'll put the correct stuff there in case I got that wrong. Which brings my daily totals today to around 1,900 calories and I think 160 grams of protein, which is a little bit lower than usual. Again, I had to do a lot of guesstimating at my mum's. but I've eaten a lot this weekend. It was Valentine's Day, so it's okay to be a little bit lower. I usually would be eating around 2,100 calories a day and around 180 grams of protein, just to kind of minimize that strength and that muscle loss. I'm now going to spend my evening editing and chilling with my girlfriend, the lovely camera woman, and that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I will hopefully be doing more of these, and I also want to film another video this week on working out after top surgery. So thank you for watching, guys.